South Korea's Constitutional Court on Friday decided to oust President Yoon Suk Yeol, upholding Parliament's impeachment motion over his short-lived imposition of martial law last year that sparked the country's worst political crisis in decades. With Yoon's ouster, a presidential election is required to take place within 60 days, according to the country's constitution. Prime Minister Han Duck-soo will continue to serve as acting president until the new president is inaugurated. The ruling caps months of political turmoil that have overshadowed efforts to deal with the new administration of U.S. President Donald Trump at a time of slowing growth. South Korea's acting Chief Justice Moon Hyung-bae said on Friday, April 4th, ousted South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol violated his duty as president by taking actions that were beyond the powers given to him under the Constitution.
헌법과 법률을 위반하여 이 사건 계엄을 선포함으로써 국가 긴급권 남용의 역사를 재현하여 국민을 충격에 빠뜨리고 사회, 경제, 정치, 외교 전반 전 분야의 혼란을 야기하였습니다. 국민 모두의 대통령으로서 자신을 지지하는 국민을 초월하여 사회 공동체를 통합시켜야 할 책무를 위반하였습니다. 군경을 동원하여 국회 등 헌법기관의 권한을 훼손하고 국민의 기본적 인권을 침해함으로써 헌법소의 책무를 저버리고 민주공화국의 주권자인 대한국민의 신임을 중대하게 배반하였습니다.
Also, South Korea's ousted President Yoon apologized for not meeting expectations. Protesters against Yoon rejoiced upon hearing the announcement, with one person hugging and crying other fellow protesters. At the pro-Yoon camp, the mood was more subdued, with at least one person crying and others looking visibly upset. South Korea protesters for and against President Yoon Suk Yeol held separate rallies on Friday, April 4th morning in central Seoul, as the Constitutional Court is set to rule on Yoon's impeachment. Separately, 64-year-old Yoon faces a criminal trial on insurrection charges. The embattled leader became the first sitting South Korean president to be arrested on January 15th, but was released in March after a court canceled his arrest warrant. The crisis was triggered by Yoon's December 3rd declaration of martial law, which he has said was needed to root out anti-state elements, and the opposition Democratic Party's alleged abuse of its parliamentary majority that he said was destroying the country. Yoon lifted the decree 6 hours later after lawmakers defied efforts by the security forces to seal off parliament and voted to reject it. Yoon has said he never intended to fully impose emergency military rule and tried to downplay the fallout, saying nobody was hurt.